Yo, Vaga, big woman thing. You know why more time to chat some song, them have to shot. Cause the real DJ K. You know about sardine, mackerel, bully beef, chicken foot, chicken neck, chicken back. Nothing a waste, nothing a dash way. Money me a look away you dead. 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 God no dog me want a visa. Jamaica hard, US be easier. England pound they in the freezer. What due to Caesar, gift to Caesar. Bank book a fi big like Sunday cleaner. New smartphone with multimedia. Jamaica people real survivor. Coulda be a higgler or taxi driver. Money me a look away you dead. 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 Money me a look away you dead.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Daisy Way. I like it and you like it. Basically, this video will be based on me comparing my experience in Guyana and my nursing experience in the United Kingdom, England, and basically I'll share my journey with you thus far. Remember, in one of my former videos I talked about reaching your actualized self and then moving on to your transcendent self. One of the theorists, Maslow, he talked about our the things that we need in life to actually feel like we are some body to society, or somebody within our society or in the society. And basically this is me updating you guys on my journey. A lot has happened, a lot has been happening, and I am probably up to here with schedules and plans and assignments and this and that. And then we still have family and friends that we need to like keep on roster, and it is really hard and really challenging. And some days you just sit and you just say, God, how am I doing this? God, is this the plan that you had for me? And we keep questioning and we keep questioning. But basically today is not about a testimony, but it has been good. We're just going to talk about my experiences and how they are different from what I've experienced in the West Indies compared to Europe. So I have a few things to share with you. As you guys can see, I have two packages behind me. I have this lovely box here, and I have this little package. It came today, and I just wanted to share these with you and how I plan to use them and why I decided to share this and buy these things. Yeah, so let's go back a little bit in time, whereby we decided to come to the UK. I spoke about this in a previous video, and I don't know how many of you guys watched it, but starting here or moving here, it has been challenging a lot. I'm not going to lie. We had some good days and we have some bad days, but I think the bad days, oh gosh, they're outdoing the good days, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. So moving to the United Kingdom, my trust provided for me to live on their campus or in their institution for about 2 to 3 months, thereabout, and then they give us a little stipend towards our first month's rent. But it was kind of shocking, even though we were getting paid from the first day we started here, because rent is the highest thing that, listen, rent is a killer in the United Kingdom. Yeah, it is a killer. Yeah, so it is not all that easy. And being a nurse and taking on that stress and the stress of finding places to live, finding food to eat, finding places to go, doing or reconstructing your life to new hobbies and new things and experiencing new things, and then everybody's just it can be taxing sometimes. So housing was a challenge for me when I came here. So if you're coming to United Kingdom, come with a plan. I told you this in my previous video. I will allude to those videos because I've said some of these things before, that you should come with a plan. You should have a plan when you're deciding to relocate to the United Kingdom. Yeah. So housing, I was looking on Zoopla, I was looking on Rightmove. Those are the places that you look. I was looking on Rentola. These are agencies that help you find places to live. And guys, it was a challenge, but I eventually found this pretty place that I made my little home for now because I really want to move. I think this space is becoming too small for me because I'm a little hoarder. I like to buy things. I don't know, I just like to buy things. So I have a lot of stuff, so I think I might need a bigger space, but in this moment of my life, I think this is just going to be it for now. Yeah, so a couple of weeks before I moved here, I needed to stay by my friend because this place was not ready for me to move because somebody else was in this place. So I needed to wait a few weeks before, because listen, I went on so many viewings, but they were not my thing. Like, I am living in a shared house actually, and in like some of the shared house that I've been to, it's like this, you're not going to you're not going to stay in this place, you're not going to live here. So I found a place that suits me, that suits my profession, and I think I am the loudest person here. Disclaimer. I think that I'm the loudest person here. I think I use the kitchen the most. Listen, it is just nice here. I like it here. It is really nice, but sometimes, well, probably not this year, probably late next year, we'll see how housing goes and if we can find like a bigger space. But we're still looking at the cost of living outside of a shared accommodation. So renting is really challenging. If you can, when you're coming, you try as much as possible to partner with a friend, or if you come in with somebody or somebody you might meet here, you try and like couple up with that person so you guys can like share the rent or the expenses. But for me, all you know me. Yes, so my rent is about £700 per month. Shouldn't tell you that, but it is what it is. And it has been good. I have no complaints, and I really don't have to stress about paying bills and all these things. So I think that's a good bargain, isn't it? The second thing that really caught me here, like, I know most content creators talk about when they travel, they would persons probably would ask them where they're from, and they would basically say I'm from Guyana. But honestly, I do not know how Guyana sounds like Ghana. Yeah, so I've experienced it. Even up to yesterday, one of my patients, he alluded to his troops because he's in the Navy, going to Ghana to like share food because of whatever reason. And I was like, sorry, but I'm not from Ghana. I am from the West Indies. I am from the Caribbean. I am from a little country on the north coast of South America, yeah, called Guyana. My country is basically, and then you want to share everything. My country is bordered by Venezuela, Suriname, and Brazil. And then you want to see the amount of people we have, just about under 1 million people. We have a lot of forestry, and you just want to tell them, but it's just like, just hold back and say, I am from Guyana. It's just a little country in South America. We identify as West Indians, or some persons like to say Caribbeans, which I don't think it's a thing. But yeah, and then you just cut the conversation short because you would go on and on about mixed cultures, and they'll be like, what? And you have a lot to do when you're on duty or when you have your busy schedule. So I'm from Guyana, and that is it. Yeah. The next thing that you will find different is the weather. Listen, some days you experience everything all at once. You would experience sun, you would experience rain, you would experience autumn, you would experience winter, you would experience summer, you would experience spring. Listen, I cannot deal with this weather. I think if you just TikTok it, if you just Google it, if you just YouTube it, you would find persons complaining about the weather here. Listen, the weather and us have this kind of love-hate relationship, because when it's sunny, it's really nice. But you see, when all the other things come into play, it is like, but I expected this today. Why are we having this? You know? So the weather is really, really bipolar, if you want to say. So you probably need to dress. Some days you would dress like it's summer, and then you go outside and you're freezing cold, and you're freezing. And that is just one of the things that you would love, you would just want to experience about the United Kingdom. Look at the place right now. It is so bright, so bright. Now it's about 19 hours here, and in Guyana at 19 hours it would be like pitch black dark. It would just be dark. So it's just a relaxing evening when it is this time of the year. I think the time changes around March, the end of March. I think we go forward an hour, and then in October we come backwards. So one time of the year I'm 4 hours ahead of you guys, and the next time of the year I am 5 hours ahead of you guys. And so it is really difficult, like, keeping up with family and friends with these time differences. So you really need to like adjust. Sometimes sometimes it would be like about 9 o'clock in Guyana, and I talking to mommy all 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock on the phone, and she like, this, you girl, go to sleep, you're going to get a nervous breakdown and da 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 da. And it's like, mommy, I just want to talk to you, or I don't have anybody to talk to, or I just want to be on the phone with you. What is it? If it's 1 o'clock in the morning, it's my 1 o'clock in the morning. You're going to sleep at your regular time. Allow me, please. So the time difference is really, really challenging, because sometimes your friends back home, you want to ask them something or you want to say something, and you'd be like, I had to wait like 10 hours before I get a response, because you know what, they sleeping or they in work, or they like, it's just not like coinciding with your schedule. And sometimes you lose track of some people, and then other times you just had to wait, or you just had to be patient. So that is that for the basics again of like grooving in and getting settled and analyzing. So here now we're going to go to the hospital setting and how amazing it is to be a nurse in the United Kingdom. Nursing is not top tier, because we can do more, but it is top tier. Guys, you want to be a nurse in the United Kingdom, like, let me give you a few examples of things that appalled me when I came here. So in Guyana, we would normally have, everybody had to give as an RN or as an NA, you would normally have to give some sort of fluid or something. So you would just go to the fluid cupboard. We know this. You just go to the fluid cupboard and you take out your fluid that the doctor prescribed on paper, and you basically put it up. In the UK, you dare not do that. Let me tell you what you do, and let me tell you it nicely. Yes. So you go to you check your prescription, because everything here is digital. So you check your prescription, and well, most things, not everything, because your patient roundings are not digital as yet, but those are your intentional roundings. But basically, you go, you check your prescription, you check the fluid that you're supposed to give the patient, and you get a next nurse to verify that this is the correct prescription that you're going to give that patient, and then is when you put up the fluids. You just don't go straight to the patient. You must have somebody certify that this is the correct fluid that was prescribed by the physician on Digimeds. And I'm like, Whiz, I love this. Yes, because it's protecting you as a nurse and it's protecting the patient also. So safeguarding is like a really big thing, and the thing that you learn here the most, or the thing that you keep at the back of your head, sometimes at the front, is that I am working to protect my pin, because the pin that you're working with, or the pin that you got after you pass your OSCE, is the thing that validates you working within the United Kingdom. You know what I mean? So if you don't have the pin, you don't have a job. So you need to protect your pin at all costs. Yeah. The next thing that I was amazed at is that when you start your medication rounds in the morning, your patients are there, and you open up your little Digimeds and what's not. Really cool and nice. I like it. Really, I don't miss that paper system that Guyana has. So you open your Digimeds and you check your patients. When you check the medications that your patients have, you need to know the patient's full name and date of birth, and you need to check if the patient has any allergies, which is also something that helps with safeguarding, because you're safeguarding your pin again, and you're safeguarding the patient from having an allergic reaction to something. Because back home they were just writing the paper, we don't know no allergies, I don't know if we know these things, but I can just talk for me. We don't ask for allergies, we don't ask for full name and date of birth, and we just go and we just say, hey, the doctor prescribed this medication for you. Some of our patients back home, they might ask you what this medication for, and then you will just have the opportunity to say, well, this is for this, and this is what the action is, and the country indications and stuff. But here you need to know them, so you need to be on your A game, because they're going to ask you and you need to know. Yes, so I love that. And then we have a little thing that is called the vital pack. Man, we had no paper chart trying to chart up and chart down where the body's temperature. Oh, the patient had 36.6, a little dot there, and then the patient had the patient have a 37.8. Then you come up, and then the patient now has a 39. Then you come up, and then the patient drop down back. So you get this whole. We ain't had ads. We don't have that. We have a little vital pack, which I find is so. Listen, I am talking about this and I'm getting excited because I do it every day. And it's like when you're doing it, it's like you just see that you're doing it, but talking about it, it's kind of like more interesting. Like you have your little vital pack that you walk with in the mornings, and it helps you give you medication. So if the patient has a low pulse, or if the patient has a low blood pressure, you know, you wouldn't give the medications that will bring the patient blood pressure or the blood sugar or the pulse way below what it is supposed to be. And I find that it's so cool. Like, it is so cool to have like a little vital pack to tell you, like, hey, this is how the patient is, how the patient observations are, and you can give this or you can't. And if you feel like you have a question, you go to your FY1 and you have a little nice like a rapport with them. And guys, so that's a thing that we don't have. We don't have a vital pack, we don't have a Digimeds, we have paper system, which I think we should get rid of. And guys, it is so like that in itself is another thing that I was amazed at when I came here. A next thing that I was amazed at is doing CDs. In Guyana, we would go to our little CD cupboards, because I worked on the pediatric unit in Guyana, and we would just take out our little CD book, we would write everything at the cupboard, and then one person whoever is dispensing the medication would go and give the medication. Guys, to tell you, it is not like that here. We do things differently. So basically what we would do is we would check the prescription first, and after checking the prescription, we would then go to the CD cupboard. Both of us will identify whichever medication we want, if it's tramadol, if it's oromorph. And guys, we have oromorph, we don't have IV morphine. We have IV morphine, but we have a liquid. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I don't think Guyana had oromorph as yet. I was like, oromorph, what is oromorph? And then somebody tell me it's just liquid morphine, and I'm like, God, our patients are missing out in Guyana. And so both of you would go to the patient bedside, identify the patient, verify that this is the patient that needs the medication. And I find that it is so cool because it's like safeguarding is a big thing. The next thing I'm amazed at is all the equipment. And all the equipment, I mean by all the equipment, from the vital pack to probably all the big observation machines and all of these things. You must be certified to use these equipment. So there are courses, and it is like a continuation of learning that we call them ESR, and you must go on your ESR. You do these little courses, and you go to probably some of them they have like face-to-face class where they will teach you depending on what you're doing. Like cannulation, there is a face-to-face class. Basically moving and handling I'm talking about now, and they will teach you how to use these equipment. And I'm like, wow, like you know these things existing, but to work with them in your everyday career, the career that you dreamed about as a little girl growing up, it's like it is so amazing to just witness this happening before your eyes, and like actually doing it and working with the equipment and working with, it feels like you're working with stars some days, but man, it is just nice. Then talking about ESR, you must be competent in every skill that you do. Yes, in Guyana, you're competent to do the skill, but you must have certification and somebody must sign you off in order for you to do that skill. And I am like, wow. Basically, the one that amazed me was male catheterization. I am a nurse here, and no, I'm a nurse in Guyana, and I catheterize in males right through. And we just catheterizing them without knowing like some of the detriments, or not detriments, but some of the complications behind it. And here you just cannot catheterize any patient, well, any male patient, because it's like you must be certified to catheterize male patients, whereby in Guyana you can just catheterize across the board, but here you must be certified to catheterize a male patient. And I find that is really cool. Like you must be certified. I can do cannulas. Until now I haven't done a cannula in the UK because I don't have my certification, you know what I mean? And it's like I am working with the bosses. It's not like you trying to like downplay your nursing, but I think like we can do better, isn't it? We should be aiming for digitalized nursing. We should be aiming for top tier nursing. And it's not just about doing a job. It's about doing a job with the right equipment, with the right processes, with the right accommodation, and somebody even taking care of you behind the scenes. The last thing that I will touch on for now that I really admire here is the way that every aspect of nursing, and I think this in ties with the Maslow hierarchy of needs as it comes around, it's like a whole system. It's like interconnected, whereby every aspect of nursing there is a nurse towards that field. So if I have a bed sore, or if I have a wound, there is a nurse specified or specific to that area. If I have sleeping issues, there is a nurse specified to this area. If I have pain, there is a nurse specified to this area. So in Guyana, we would just probably, if this person has diabetes or hypertension, we just send them to the clinic and then the doctor writes up where, and then da. But now we have a nurse who is, let me just don't say something wrong, but who is more caring in the fact that she will now look at this whole person system, listen to them, and basically guide them through their disease or their problem or whatever they have in. And I find that is so cool. Like, I find the one that I found most cool was the pain team. So I decided to probably join that team. I'm not as active as I want to be as yet, but I joined the pain team because I find it is really cool for you to just be so caring enough to want to optimize somebody's pain. Yes, it might be neurological, some of them might be psychological too, but it's like a whole rise because they're little barium machines and this machine and that machine, and they all combine and work together, and it's like, and your patient is just at ease. And then you have this thing that we call the PCA. I don't think Guyana have no PCA. I don't know if I'm wrong, but I know we have no PCA nothing. So the patient now is the own, like, they have a time limit, but they're their own administrators of their PCA medication. And I'm finding like it does not all it just does not come down to the nurse in charge of that shift only. It is an entire body of persons working together to get stuff done. And I'm like, why haven't I chosen this life before? Let me preach. Yes, so I find the nursing here is really top tier when it comes to working in Guyana. Like, comparing, yes, it's a first world country. I was living in a third world country, but I think we can do better. And with our new resources that we have, guys, do not sleep on healthcare. Please do not sleep on healthcare. And with this course that I'm doing also, which is public health, I just want persons to live life to the fullest, to the fullest. Yes, we can't eradicate all of these things because of probably environments, because of uh things that we eat, because of geographic locations and all of these things, but at least we can try to help our community. And that's the aspect where I want to go with my public health career. Let's hope that happens. Yeah, it will happen. So that's basically it. I find nursing here, it's just not me. Everything is on me. If I have an issue, I just refer my patient to a team of nurses who are qualified to answering my patient problem. So yes, I need to know like the basics, but to know the in-depth, which yes, you should know, because like as they talk to you patients, you learn also. So I find that is a really good thing when it comes to comparing Guyana, nursing in Guyana and nursing in the UK. Basically, do I miss anything about working in Guyana? I think I miss probably the camaraderie of persons who gets each other's personality, and person who understands that this is how you are as a person, and you don't have to like shift behaviors. Not like you don't want to shift behaviors, because you must grow as an individual, but you can joke and you can laugh and you can, you know, those kinds of things I'm talking about when it comes to missing Guyana nursing. I miss like sometimes we would get to like leave the unit and go get some stuff outside, but here it's just not the same. I get a little blackouts I experience in Guyana. Yeah. um yeah, so that experiencing a little bit of Guyana here, because I know my last experience blackouts. So yeah, uh the next thing that nursing allows you to do here, it's to, I touched on it earlier, but it's to continue on in your higher education. So it is just not fixed as, yes, I'm a nurse and I just want to be a bedside nursing. bedside nursing is not the only thing or the only aspect of nursing that there is. As I was explaining, there is a nurse for diabetics, there is a nurse for pain team, there's a nurse for vascular, there is a nurse for wounds, there's a nurse for everything that you can think about. I think there is a nurse for at this moment. And so I really love that. And so it helps you to further yourself in the career, or it helps you to do things that you may be interested in. For me, I think if I was still in Guyana, I would not have been doing my master's in public health. I don't even think I would have been doing a master's. Yes, I was going to do probably a next degree, but I don't think I would have been able to do like a master's in Guyana in nursing. And then we know how the background is when it comes to management and all of that, but management here is so supportive, and it's like I just love it, honestly, no lies. I just love it. So it exposes you to like further your education, like do stuff in your free time, not just come just to work and earn and stuff. It allows you to like elevate yourself in your career. So that is that. So if you are a nurse, you just don't need to stick to bedside nursing. There are other aspects of nursing that are out there that you can venture into as a nurse. So basically, I think I've talked a whole lot, like a whole lot. And so it's just time for me to talk about after work stuff. So I am here alone. Yes, I've met persons, I've met people. Some of us get along, some of us don't, and the cycle is just like, as I said before, I am shedding, and I'm not going to be in spaces and circles that I think are negative impacts on me. So let me tell you, if you talk in name, I want none of it. If you're not doing, if I know you more than 3 months and you haven't elevated your life from, everybody journey is different and I can understand that, but if you have aims and goals and aspirations for yourself, you will just remove yourself quietly from certain groups and stuff. So it's not like you feel like you're better than people, but you just want to, how to say this, you just want to, you just don't want the hassle of being in a group or a circle where persons are not, probably not on your level, because all are we the same in God's eye, isn't it? But you just don't want the extra. So that is where I'm at right now. And being a surgical nurse, it is so challenging sometimes. So just the other day, I was kind of depressed about being in nursing. After I wanted to be a nurse for so long, I am still feeling like sometimes this is not for me. And then I have my patients, some of them might be depressed about their surgery or their procedure, or they might be nail by mouth for a couple of hours, and you can see the depression in them. And that also, if you really like your job, yes, you may not show it, because I kind of have a facade whereby I really don't show emotions as much, but you can see it. And so I decided that I am feeling depressed in this career right now. What can boost me to boost my patients? And so guys, I got some things to my patients once they've completed their sorry, I was just reading our stuff. Once they've completed like a scan, or they did a surgery or something. So I got a few stickers, you know, like in the pediatric ward, doctors and the nurses would give like the patient their stickers. I think we should apply that same aspect. Like I was thinking, like I really think about patients and patient care when I'm home. Like everything, like most things I want people to like be aware of, and I have this passion for like, oh, all the nice things and patients should, but somehow I just can't. I don't know, I just need to relax, take a breath, and then we'll see how we get that done. But I don't know if you can see, I got these stickers. So basically, it says star patient. It said I was a brave patient. It said I was a brave patient. It says Miss Brave. I was a brave patient, Mr. Brave, and star patient. So once my patients have or has completed their CPOD, or they went to CPOD, well, CPOD it's theater, sorry. Once they went to theater and they come back, once they had a scan done, once they have been nil by mouth for some amount of time or something, I will give them a sticker, or I will have them choose a sticker for themselves as star patients. I was a brave patient, especially the ones that came back from CPOT, because having or doing a surgery can be so taxing on you. And guys, I can tell you, because I was in that position once in my life, and I was so scared. Even if it was a minor surgery, I was like, I was crying. Listen, I was in bitter tears. I was crying, and I can imagine like the older folks who don't have somebody to hold their hands. You are the nurse there. You have to hold that patient hand. You have to do that. Yes. And so I got a few of them. And so these are what I will share with my patients on a day-to-day basis. This is something that I will implement. I hope I can do it. I'm not sure if I can, but hopefully I can, because it's just like a nice gesture, like to say like, yes, you've been good, yes, you are brave, yes, you are doing this, because sometimes they just don't have it, and some of them are there alone and all of these things. And so I've decided to do that. So this is one of my ventures that I'll do for my patients for the end of the year. You guys know I was coming up with some sort of thing. And as I've told you guys before, the UK is a very, very depressing place once you haven't grown up here. And I even think the persons who grew up here, they're a little bit depressed, but we don't know. I shouldn't say that. Yeah. But living alone and being here alone and all these things, I kind of hungry now, because I just came home and I didn't prepare anything, so I just need to go warm some food and stuff. So we'll wind down things. And basically, some days you're depressed, and I promise you guys that I will learn something new this year. I've read my books. Well, I read Great Controversy, I read Rich Dad Poor Dad. I read a book that was interesting to me, this novel by Anna Jacobs, Marrying a Stranger. It is a really good book, and it's like a little kind of novel, so something that I probably was like heading towards, but we'll see how that goes. So yeah, so we got that, and we have, where's my scissors? Where did I put our scissors? Man, I just had that scissors here, you know. I should have. So yes, guys, we will go and open our box that we got to help with our depression. I told you guys I was going to learn something new this year. So basically, let's see what we got in here. We're going to do the big review. So guys, feel the vibes now. Summertime in a Portmore, summertime in a Kingston, summertime in a UK. Yes, so we'll open our thing that will help us with depression, hopefully, and we'll learn something new, because that was the plan for this year, to like learn something new. And so we'll just ta-da this. I don't know where all the big scissors is. I had it just now. Got my girl money and stand on it. Oh, I can't wait to set this up. Go with the Nira and TJ. Invest in yourself, guys. It's thing I don't like with Amazon is the amount of boxes you just had to be opening. Summertime, you know. So, first thing, I don't know what this is. Oh my gosh, this is going to be some technical things. I think we will probably need a part 2 for this because I see screws. And I have no idea what to do with screws. Oh, you're probably not seeing. What am I to do with this? Guys, they have screws. Y'all remember the last time I was just setting up this ring light, how it was? Screws. So I think these are the legs. This is going to be... Do you have an idea of what it is now? Oh my gosh, screws! Screws scare me. So I'll just open everything and then we'll just, I don't know, because I don't know what to do with screws. So that's that. You want the kryptonite? I don't know. I have work tomorrow, you know. Why is this not staying, man? Anyway, so we had that. It's not about me. Why put in? I put these scissors, man. How we keep lasting all them scissors? These are the things that keeps me going here. Guys, are you guessing what it is? So guys, can we guess what it is as yet? Aww. I don't know. I need to screw it tight. What am I doing? I don't know. I don't know how to set up a stool that's already fixed. It's like a mess, you know. I fall off this stool. But so we have a stool So we set this there. I don't know how to set up this part, so we probably need to do that. Guys, I think you've seen it. So yes, I basically got myself an electric keyboard because why not? So here it's most times like not to the standard that you want it to be, and you know me, like to try new things. I always doing some things, and basically this is my next venture. I hope I don't leave it like a white elephant because I like to change things. I get bored really easily, so yeah, I decided like, yes, I remembered I said earlier on this year I'll learn something new. We will just take this out. Guess what it is? An electric keyboard. Yeah, so we'll just take this out, and I wouldn't set it up tonight or anything, but basically we'll just teach ourselves, or we'll try to teach ourselves how to play the piano. One of my friends at work said there is somebody who charges like £47 per month to help you learn. So it came basically with a microphone, headset, the adapter, and little thing to place your oh, they even sent the little keys. I didn't see this. Oh my god, can you guys see? Oh, this is so cute. Oh, I'm in love. So we will try to get this done, but thank you guys for watching. And basically we have come to the end of another tube, and basically recap, we spoke about how I was, how I am now on this stage of my life. We spoke about nursing, we compared Guyana nursing, or the things that I did back home to the things that are here. We did that. We had a little present self. Then we have a little aspect of nursing again, where I will try to like improve my nursing career and improve my patients stay with me as a nurse, and just maintaining mental health, because at the end of the day it all comes down to a person's mindset and how they feel before and after surgery. Yeah, and that is where I come in. So those little stars or those little stickers that I will give them, just as we give kids. I think adults are, yes, we want to be treated as an adult, but we still have that in a sense, that little aspect where we want someone to care, or someone to show that they care, or someone to just pat us on the back to say, hey, you've done great, you've been brave. So I hope that aspect plays out very well. I hope nobody feels offended. And yes, so I love my little piano that I got. We'll try to set this up off camera as usual, but again, thank you guys for watching, and deuces for now. And as a nurse, you can also share your experience as an international nurse working in the UK, some of the aspects that you find back home didn't have, and I probably had missed. I can't state all of them, there are a whole lot, but your experience, it would be great for you to share those. Also, if you feel like you should reach out or you want to, just ensure that you're on the same path or the same journey as me, because I am just not going to be just friends just because I want a friendship or anything like that. You must be, you know, upwards. Like, we must have like same alignment, same agendas, same mindset. And yes, but if we don't, we can still like see you and say hi and bye. But for now, yes, this is that. So we'll try to learn this probably, I don't know when, but deuces, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to This Your Way. I like it, and you like it. it